reception. Let's see what they can do here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. And the quarterback dropping back. Short connection to the tight end here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Here's the 2nd down play. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover for those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
Chris, it's the consistency in this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
That's a design quarterback keeper. He's in the clear. Inside the 20. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
Well, you can just feel the home crowd standing on their feet when this running back had a chance to start to accelerate downfield. They know exactly what this guy is capable of doing and that he can flat out go. He took off on that one.
The Tigers line it up with 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And we've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Receiver makes the catch, and the defense smothers him for no gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. An important 3rd down and goal now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient 3rd down offense. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. Net kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And there's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1. And the Tar Heels will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Back in motion now. Caught quickly. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
Looking for his back, and it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. So 2nd down after the incompletion. Receiver in motion now. Play fake, looking to throw. Swarm to the pass rush, a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And the Tar Heels bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep downfield to the left. Catch made down near the 10, and he's still going. Touchdown, Tigers. They were not going to catch him that time.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
And the PAT puts them up 17 now. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. And the senior quarterback off target there. Threw it behind him.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. 4th down. He's throwing for it. The pocket breaking down. Hauls it in outside the 10 and still running. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, UNC. Wow, what a play. What a rocket for an arm he has.
That's unbelievable to watch a guy put the ball that far into the air. You're thinking it's got no chance to be answered, and boom, a touchdown.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick this away to start the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. An effective running game is why they were on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. And they get the second half started with the running play. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Fires it to the wideout. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And looking to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
These guys didn't let the halftime break slow them down. They continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, give the ball to the back. Nice big positive gain to get things started here in the second half.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. QB keeper all the way. Fights off a defender. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense operating from the pistol. throwing off play action. Looking to scramble to his left. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
On first down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down play coming up for this offense.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So the offense faces third and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Out of the gun now on third down. Caught by the receiver. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Fourth down, the offense will go for it.
Here we go, sack.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He'll be brought down on fourth down, and the drive ends with a sack.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Takes off in a bootleg. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
It's a first and 10 play coming up for the offense. And now the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The ball is caught. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw. Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Any safety loves a good opportunity to hunt for picks. And as this game wears on, they get one here. This quarterback needs to do a much better job of being able to read this secondary and being more careful with the football.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. On the last possession, they passed up on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on fourth down. What can they do here? On first and 10, looking to throw. Pass caught. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have the sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
That completion makes it second and medium.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Get 3 soda. Get 3 soda.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a shotgun run call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Tries the right with a quick throw. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to create here on the move. He's got a man down the middle. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. It's a quick grab. Touchdown, North Carolina. This offense cannot be stopped. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size, and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, this is what we hoped for. This is what we expected, Kirk. A tight, tough battle between two really good teams. Now, who can step up and make that winning play down the stretch?
Well, early in the year, these two teams have actually lived up to the billing of 2 top 5 teams, showing a lot on offense and defense. Now, with so much on the line early in the year, tight game, who's going to make the plays to walk out of here the victor?
Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Back to pass. It's Marshall. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Quick throw, testing the middle. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Got the first down and still motoring. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45. And the Tigers' offense is on the move now. And it's been an old-school ground game duel. These running backs have been putting on a show so far today. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off to the back. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's complete on the crossing route. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. 4th down from the 15.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job of that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Give it to the back again. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Marshall. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
So it's 1st and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense.
Over. 3:25.
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
We'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. Ball handed off. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive and you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
So 4th down now from the 3. They'll go for it. Can the defense rise up for a big stop? Looking to throw. It's Marshall. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Clemson.
How about that, Chris? The quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and why not? With a receiver like this who can run like that, get him the ball as fast as you can and let him do his thing.
Extra point splits the uprights. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Dumps it down to the back. The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, the running back here just seems so focused on trying to locate where he needs to go that he lost focus of holding on to that football. He's very fortunate one of his own guys is able to recover it.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The receiver makes the catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And the completion made. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
And the pass is incomplete. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's knocked away. Incomplete. 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pressure is coming. And the pass is incomplete. That's a big stop with his defense on 4th down.
Boy, Chris, you just know down by a couple possessions late in this game, they had to be able to deliver here on this 4th down to give themselves a shot. By not getting the first down, this one feels like it's over.
Leaning on the run game here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Now set up with a PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game on 17 here in the 4th. recording that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. With time running out, serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. And the Tar Heels looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Now he's bringing it back. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. Second down play coming up. And the offense will just take a knee. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And it's a kneel down. The Tigers will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They'll kick it away here.